The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed that someone took and sowed in his field. It is the smallest of the seeds, but when it is grown, it is the greatest of shrubs and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and make nests in its branches. So the kingdom of heaven is the theme of this week's gospel. It's the theme Jesus is using to try to teach us in metaphors and real life experiences that we can transfer into the spiritual thinking of what the kingdom of God is actually like. You know that we're preparing to preach for the ninth Sunday in Pentecost. It's on here, and our service this Sunday, July 26th, is at St. Stephen's. It's in the church hall. We debated an outdoor service, and with the iffiness of the weather, could be too hot, could be too rainy, could be all sorts of things. Um, our leap of faith looks like we're going to leap into service in the hall. It's always exciting. We've got some really nice music picked out. The praise band will be practicing on Friday and getting ready for us on Sunday. You'll hear some beautiful music attached with the scriptures of the day. There's a wonderful story, difficult story, but shows the sort of weirdness of the world in those days in Genesis about Laban and actually um, being in love with a woman named Rachel, but the sort of convoluted setup that the father of Rachel does to get him to actually work for him for 2 7-year stints before he's able to take Rachel away in marriage. So it's one of the few places in the Bible that actually talks about romantic love, love like we would experience in marriage. Marriage is often put forward as very transactional in the biblical language, and yet we know from other places that it's meant to include God and meant to be a very God blessed institution. So this coming Sunday should be exciting. There's lots of good stuff going on. And once again, we're in the hall at St. Stephen's. And what is and sorry, it's at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m., St. Stephen's Church Hall. What is the kingdom of heaven like? Well, there's a little story here and it makes us shake our heads, but it's Jesus talking to Peter. He knew that there was already fractures spidering through the stone named Peter, the rock, and yet he called him the rock. He handed him the keys to a kingdom made not of cold marble, but of a kingdom of heaven. And what is the kingdom of heaven like? It's a place where grace doesn't throw you away. It's a place that stitches you back together, lets you seem, breathe, and be called beautiful by the God that we worship. Thanks be to God for the life that we are able to live, even with its ups and downs and curves and valleys and peaks. We're fortunate, and we live in a community of church where we're fortunate. And I know many of you are out around the world listening to this. I get people from across Canada and international friends as well that listen to our snippet. I give thanks that you're able to tune in. And if for any reason this is your church, if you're not able to get to a service, it's my prayer that this message blesses you. If you're in the neighborhood at all, though, do join us. 10 o'clock, St. Stephen's on St. Stephen's Road here in Saanich. And in the meanwhile, my friends, listen carefully for the still, quiet voice of God and know that you're loved. Know that that grace that doesn't throw you away is for you. It's personal and it's so important. Travel with God, my good friends.